Shout out to Andrew Berry and the Cleveland Browns. ESPN make some noise for them.
Why?
Because of what they've done in the draft,
What
in
they
my
did.
opinion. I
What
know
they
you don't
did.
have. I know you don't like them.
No,
but
I'm
I like
setting the
them.
stage for you. I'm setting the stage for you. What they did.
Yeah, what they did. They did. They
Yeah.
had an excellent draft. I feel like they got an A+ in their draft. They maximized those draft picks.
All
They
right.
added competition at those positions.
The
And
Browns.
Andrew Berry also came out there and said, we like to keep 3 QBs and
Which
another
three?
on practice squad. That's
Which
the
three?
question
Yeah,
that everybody's
yeah.
asking
So
out there.
before I start celebrating them, I need to know which three is all I'm saying.
Oh, I'll see where you going with this. Well, I'm gonna tell you which 3 I think, and you can tell me which 3. But I'm reading right here that 3 plus 1 equals 4, right?
Every day.
So they got 4 on the roster. So it looks like
Yeah.
they're going to be keeping 4 on the roster because one of them going to be a practice squad QB, which Taylor Green would be the ideal practice squad QB that you can have on your roster to mimic and run the opposing team's offense,
team. Yeah.
scout team, mimic their quarterback and stuff, right? While he develops and get experience there, and you can evaluate what he can do from there, right? From the scout team. But then you still have your 3 primary
Stop
quarterbacks.
dodging the big bullet, man. Talk about Watson and SHEDEUR. Stop dodging it.
No, I'm not dodging. I'm getting to it.
Okay, get to it then.
So now you got your 3 quarterbacks, in which we know who the starting quarterback competition is between Watson and SHEDEUR.
Okay.
Question is, what will you do with that third QB once you see the talent of Green on the scout team? Are you able to build up the value for one of these 3 quarterbacks in the preseason? And I think we know that we're going to keep the SHEDEUR Sanders, whether he has time to develop behind the Deshaun Watson based off what he does in the preseason, whether he just builds up his value for trade, or he builds up and shows you that he could be the starter for this team, and we can actually get some production out of him this year, and we can keep SHEDEUR continuing to develop because we feel like he has a little bit more time in that sense. But just like Uncle Neely said on the past show, if he comes out there and shows in the preseason that he is that guy, then he'll be that guy. So I think they got I don't think it's a mucked up position that the Browns are in. I think they're in a favorable position for them. And I think that all they have to do now is evaluate and make the right decision. And only way to go is up from here. And that's the problem, I think, on your end.
Yeah, that's the challenge. Like Chico, I love the way you tied up and before you handed off in the backfield, the fullback Neely, because you gave it to me just right. That's the challenge right there. Will they mess it up? Let me just say this, Chico. Let's give the presumption that Watson is healthy and can play, right? I haven't seen that for myself. I'm not evaluating with the Browns. I'm just going to get that presumption. We're only down to 2 people that can lead this team, and that is SHEDEUR Sanders and Deshaun Watson. We're only down to 2. What you saw from Dylan Gabriel this past year, nobody's going to want him. He doesn't have a body of film work that will make somebody who has an injured QB in August say, "Hey, Browns, send us Dylan Gabriel. We need him so we can salvage our season." You only have 2 people on your roster that can do that right now, and that is Deshaun Watson or SHEDEUR Sanders. Those are the only 2 people who have a talent worthiness that somebody else wants or somebody else could need in the future. And so for me, the quagmire is, at some point, if I'm the Browns, I have to publicly show that Deshaun can still play, but I also have to make sure SHEDEUR is ready. And you're already seeing that they're getting about equal reps, at least that first OTAs they did, because that's where they are. Now, I will say this, from a human standpoint, Big Dog Chico, BIGGDOGG.
4 Gs.
You're exactly right. Having options is never a problem. Most teams out there know who their starter is, and they're going into camps with that starter, so forth. And so maybe it is a blessing to have to be able to make a decision. But that's when the trick comes in. Are these folks capable of making the right decision, especially when one of these dudes is saddling you for about the tune of $40 million?
Right.
So is this going to be a business decision? Is it going to be a win now decision? What's best for the future? And we just take that loss like we've been taking it? We'll see. But to me, Gabriel is the non-issue. Like, you can play him all of August right up to week 1, and he ain't finna do nothing to make the phone ring and somebody say, I want him.
You don't think so? You don't think that a team like, let's say, and maybe not the Falcons right now, they got Tua, they have Penix, but you do have the guy who drafted or you know.
Here's what I'm saying, Chico.
But
Don't hold me to a name. Here's what I'm saying. Let me get to you
Okay.
mathematically. If my starter or backup goes down in camp, and I'm like Coach Prime, I'm not wishing that on nobody, but people get hurt. This is a violent collision sport. If my backup or starter goes down in camp, I think there are other backups and practice squad people that bring more to the table than Dylan Gabriel does. So I would go after one of them before I went after him. Hell, I called the Ravens and tried to get paid Pavia before I went out to Gabriel.
Damn.
Yeah, I would. Because let me tell you this. You know why? Let me compare the last games I've seen for both of them. You want Vanderbilt last game, or you want the Browns last game with Dylan Gabriel?
Well, I would take the guy that's already played in the league, but I like Pavia because of his.
I'm being a little shitty. I'm just nitpicking, but
But I like Pavia because of his scrambling ability. He's a little bit more mobile than Gabriel. Might be the same size, So I think both of them will struggle getting the ball downfield consistently. I think they're more of dink and dunk type guys. I think they'll survive on. I think Gabriel will survive on somebody's roster, probably for a long time in the NFL.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
He'll do the right things. And he has a good pedigree.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore, who's head coaching the Saints now.
Mm-hmm. Right. You'll see him transition right into that coaching role.
Kellen Moore was a backup quarterback for years, got opportunities. Somebody got hurt, went to offensive coordinator. Dylan Gabriel has a lot to offer football. I'm just not saying he is a NFL franchise leading, get you to the playoffs or beyond quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Shedeur Sanders.
No doubt. I don't think so either. Well, if they're going to be playing or keeping 3 quarterbacks and one for the practice squad, I don't think that that's a terrible situation. I just think that it's just so happened that you have a guy with the cachet of a Shedeur Sanders there, and then you have a guy that you paid $40-some million in Deshaun Watson, that you don't really know what you're going to get from him, but you have to find out. You got to find out at some point.
Hey, 420, my first announcement when the head coach of Blackburn Middle School told me he was moving me to ROLB. Went home, told family, said, yeah, Coach Sutton said, I'm going to play right outside linebacker. Then the next day I found out it'd be a rollout lay on bench. Get your ass on that sit down somewhere.
Just get out the way, dog.
Get out the way.
Stay back. Stay back.
ROLB, roll out, lay on bench.
I don't used to hear stay back, get out the way so much. Get out the way, stay back next time. Wait till we get a big lead.
Hey, but then here's when you knew you wasn't that guy. When they would get mad that like Chico wasn't standing next to them. Where Chico? Man, stay next to me, man, when I need you.
Yeah.
So then you go try to fill that space, like,
hey,
get away, man, move.
You go there and try to stand next to him in the spot he want Chico in.
Man, I can't even thank everybody crowd me, man. Move. Coach, I ain't want you to have to look for me. Wait a minute, looking at me.
I'm not looking for you. I know where you at. You're supposed to be on the right and left bench. We need to be about 21 before you come stand in this spot over here, dog. You over there, go back over there and chew on that mouthpiece. The one that you let boil too long in the pot. Now it's just flat.
It won't even fit your teeth. It's just plastic in your mouth.
That is some old school stuff right there.
Hey, man, you remember standing on that pot trying to time it?
You got to get it perfect. Can't be too hot now.
Yeah.
And you can't put it in your mouth too hot to shape it.
No.
You know what I mean? You'll burn your damn
it's
gums
it's
off.
perfect. It's like Shedeur said, it's perfect timing to get that thing to adjust to your teeth.
Timing. That is some amazing old school stuff that these kids don't know nothing about. Do they still have to kind of shape and mold their mouthpieces?
No, man, they get the things fitted now, man. They bite down on something and get them fitted to their mouth.
Motherfucker can talk clearly.
Mm-hmm.
They can speak clearly with theirs in. That's crazy.
Like Steph Curry to be chewing on his.
Yeah. Like a little, like Mike F said, like a little 10-year-old out there chewing on the pacifier that's bouncing around. It's been another episode of TMR Live with Uncle Chico, man. We're going to get up and out of here each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can find us right here on the Pregame Network. All right. Right after this, we're going to go live on Big Dog Chico's channel. Until next time, damn, Unc. Peace in the Middle East. Cheers. We got to go to our sponsors right here, Unc, before we get up out of here, Unc. Here we go. Miss Denise Smith, 303-343-3515, DeniseSmithInsurance.com. Also, theboulderbroker.com. Make sure you go schedule your stay right there on the campus of CU and tell them that Uncle Neely sent you. Do that.
20,
check in.
20% off. 20% off. You better do it. But
Easy
God.
work. Tell them the but God sent you.
Boy, you gonna bust hell wide open. It's like Chris Evans told me. He said, "Neely, you going to hell on a full scholarship."
Big gasoline draws on. All right, we out of here. Peace in the Middle East. Share.